All right, here we go. Welcome back to my stream. Yesterday we were working on, let's see, there we go. We were working on updating the graphical output to improve the performance by drawing into this batch struct instead of drawing directly onto the screen. So we batch up all the work and then submit it all at once, so it gets done in one swell foop instead of piecemeal. We haven't noticed any performance issues running the code, but allegedly this is faster. This is right now we're drawing all this stuff and this stuff here in this batch mode, but not the map yet. And the result is that if you point at a mob or something on the screen and try to see the tooltips, you can see the tooltip kind of appearing behind the map there, although it should be on top of the map. So that's the current obvious change that's resulting from this batch stuff. So we're going to have to fix that at some point. But right now, so we got as far as reworking the UI into separate functions. We have all these separate functions now in the UI: spells, status, and then this draws. This calls all the different drawing routines, including draw tooltips, which we converted first. And I still don't understand this batch submit 5000. Let me just scroll up above this text. It says we start with a DrawBatch new at the beginning and a DrawBatch submit 5000 at the end. And why 5000? So there's 80 by 60. That's correct. There are 80 by 60. If we take a look at where we create the screen, we create an 8 by 60 screen. So 80 across and 60 down. So there's 4,800 possible tiles in the map. And the provided number acts as a sort. So we're guaranteeing that we'll draw the GUI after the map. So I guess what they're saying is the map tiles could go up to 4,800. Therefore, we want to guarantee that we draw the GUI after the first 4,800 draws. I guess that's what that number means, is draw that in that priority order. I'm still not sure how that sort works. Why can't the map be 1 and this thing be 2, for example? Why can't we put a 2 here and the map is 1? It must be 5 and the map is as a 3 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if that matters or if it's the number of possible drawing units. Anyway, so we're going to batch the menus. That's our next job. Before we batch the menus, I'm going to switch over to my mouse here and take a look really quickly at another 7DRL. We looked at Horde Survivors yesterday. It was a little awkward to play because we couldn't control when you fired. So it was a little awkward because how can you kill the enemies and then the enemies obviously overwhelmed us. What I guess we can look at next, we're just going through the list. We already looked at L'Oreal's library before. It'd be nice to take another look at it. It was a very, very cute little game, and I never completed it. But let's take a really quick look at this guy here. Oh, I forgot to pop up I keep forgetting my pop-outs. I miss chats if I don't pop out my chat. There we go. Okay. Mix of dungeon crawling and color matching mechanics into a single game. 6 hours and 9 minutes before the deadline. Very good. All right. Let me turn off the sound my mouse makes when I scroll. Okay, let's try it out. I don't see any instructions there. Here we go. Z is select or accept, X is cancel, arrows is move. Oh, you can actually make this into a Pico 8 game then. It almost looks Pico 8-ish. Oh, it is Pico 8. There you go. Okay, it's been years. How many? Too many, but you did it. You finally found it. Well, not it. Its location, the Amulet of Yendor. It's in Mariana's Cave. Okay, so we have arrows to move and Z and X to do things. So I'm hitting Z and Z. Oh, I see. So we can move around. It says, you slide into Mariana's cave, you wear a rumor. You wear a rumor. We have no skills, no gear. We have 3 damage, attack in 6 turns. Are we supposed to... So Z is select or accept. And then X is cancel. So if I flip these... Can I flip these? Can I select this and then move? I can't move. If I... Oh, do I have to select this guy here? Is that the way it is? Select? Oh, okay. I'm drawing a line across the blue. Oh, do you have to stay within the blue? Oh, I hit accept and it turned red. So if I hit this and then this, is it attacking the block above it? Is that what's happening? Because now it turned green. I'm not sure what this is meant to be. Let me try. If I select these 3 green. Okay, it selected the 3 green and destroyed them. What if I select these 5 green? Okay, do I have to make it fall on top of an enemy? Is that the way I have to do it? No? Oh, there we go. And now I died. Okay, I have no idea how this game is meant to be played. This is terrible. Oh, there we go. How to play. Select one or more of the tiles of the same color to move across the dungeon. If you move across an enemy, you'll get into combat. You get an attack, defense, or speed bonus according to the color. When you defeat an enemy, a hidden chest or heart, as well as 4 exit might get revealed. You get experience points. Chests contain equipment. You always make at least 1 damage when attacking. Every 6 turns, a dungeon makes a 3 damage attack. Okay. So how do I restart? Let me try again, since now I know how to play. I can't. Oh. I can still do this. I can still move around. Oh, and it shows here at the bottom right-hand corner what each tile does. So if I go there, there's vision, Ericspod, Dentio, Exopod. Okay. How do you restart? Okay, I guess like that. I don't know what I did. All right, so select one or more tiles of the same color to move across the dungeon. To move. I am moving. Okay. If you move across an enemy, you'll get into combat. You'll get an attack, defense, or speed bonus according to the color. Does it say what the colors are? Oh, it says right down here, 3 damage, attack in 6 turns. No. It doesn't say what the colors do yet. Okay, so let's try moving across 2 enemies. Select, boom, boom. Select. Alright, so now I have 6 hit points and 3 experience points. And this thing turned red, so I can't attack them both at the same time again. But I can attack maybe the cord. Now I only have 2 HP. I still have 2 HP. If I do this... Oh, I died. I have... Okay. I don't know how to play that game. It looks neat, but it's a little beyond my grasp right now. Okay. That being done, let's get back to batching the menus. All right, get status. We're clean, right? Yes, we are. So there's a lot of shared functionality between our various menus that could be combined into helper functions. With batching in mind, we'll first build a new module to hold a common functionality. Right, so we had kind of done this already. This is under the GUI. Oh, did I put it under tutorial? Tutorial GUI menus. Yeah. And I kind of did that with the inventory. Oh. No, not this thing. Inventory menu here. I kind of already did it. If we look here, what I did was I created a general function show menu, and I have it so that you just for show inventory it calls this one thing, and show drop item and show remove item, and depending on what you're calling is what it passes in what it's in your backpack or what's in your equipment slots. But now we're going to change all that up. We're going to be using this thing here, this menus. Nope. Source tutorial GUI menus. RS, which I already had open. Use RLTK, prelude, star. So we're going to see how we do this. Pub fun menu box. And this just takes a toString with the DrawBatch. An XY location, a width and a height. What else? Oh no, just a width, no height. Title, which is a toStringable. And this is going to be DrawBatch, drawbox. So we created our own rect struct. I don't know how that's, if we want to go back and remove that now that the prelude has its own rect. Okay, so that's drawing up that box, and then we're going to print color in there. At this point, hard coding 18. Why? Why are we hard coding 18? Why aren't we using like x+2 or something like that? That's a little frustrating. Title to string, color pair. RGB named RLTK black. Okay, that's menu box, and then we're going to draw menu options. It looks like open paren, the character, and then a closed paren. It's almost the same, right? We can just do this option and then change. We have X and Y, and instead of a width, we have hotkey, which RLTK font char type, and then our text T text. Okay. So we draw batch set point new XY color pair new RGB named white. I'll copy and paste this to do the other two. RLTK to CP437. But we imported the prelude. We shouldn't have to put the RLTKs there, right? Maybe not. And then so copy this, and this will be the character, the hotkey, and this will be the close paren. And this is a X+2 and X+1, and instead of this, it's just hotkey. And then with DrawBatch print color, let's grab this. Point is, see, this is relative X+5, That's getting it right. And I said y minus 2 is just y. We have text to string. Oops. And then, oh, I did forget to change this to yellow. Let's change that to yellow. And this magenta goes to yellow as well. Okay, so that's that. We're going to have to add this to the GUIs mod. There it is, all the way up there. So mod menus, abuse menus, star with a semicolon. All right, so then we can make sure it checks, but we're not using it yet. Oops, I messed up that. And of course I did that twice now. Oh, toString needs a comma. And I messed that one up here as well. Okay, so that builds. Now let's actually use it. With the new helper, the cheat menu .rs, and there's a little typo in there, that's okay, is an easy refactor. Okay, so we're going to go with the cheat. Summon item is something I added, so we're going to skip over that really quickly. We do have white, black, yellow, and count is 4. I added 2 more, huh? Oh, I added the money thing and the summon item thing. So we're going to do 6. So mute y is still this. And now it's going to be a menu box. Oh, we have to start a batch somewhere. There it is. I missed that line. Let mut DrawBatch equals DrawBatch new. Okay. So we have menu box for this guy, and this takes the DrawBatch. It'd be nice if we created a class which just, okay, or a struct which took all these arguments, so we wouldn't have to pass in a mut DrawBatch each time. We could just pass in a self. 15, then y. What's it? I forget what the 31's for. Then we count plus 3 as I32, and then cheating. Like that. I guess by default it does white and black, so we don't have to worry about that. Now we draw batch, print color, point, new 18. Again, that 18 is there. Y plus count as I32 plus 1, and then escape to cancel, and then color pair. Oh, we already have yellow. Yellow and black. Okay, so that's that line, and then we have these menu options, and we just increment Y for each menu option. Right, so we have teleport, menu option, DrawBatch 17, Y, RL. Oh, see, I can just do CP437 T, and then teleport to next level. Right, and then we say y plus equals 1. Oh, we already have that. And then menu option, so we just do the same thing again. So we'll just change the T to an H and change this to heal all wounds. Y plus equals 1. And then the H changes to an R. Reveal the map. Y plus equals 1. And then God mode. Change the R to a G. God mode. def y plus equals 1, and then I'll add in these two guys as well. For G, we change this to an M, make some money, and this is an S for summon item by name. And we do need the y plus equals 1. And I'll add one there just to be consistent, even though it's not used after that. I don't know if Rust will complain. Now DrawBatch submits 6,000. Okay. And then we have, oh, this is all the same. Okay, so let's see if this works. This is now using the new functions we added. And of course I messed this up. It should be a comma, not a 0. Cannot find function menu box. Do I have to, oh, yeah. Yeah, menu option and menu box from super. Draw. Okay, we have 4 warnings though. Oh, we're not using white. Okay. And then the DrawBatch has an expect needed. Okay, and then this, yes, so it is complaining about this y plus equals 1, which is kind of annoying. So, yeah, so what I would want to do then, just to ensure consistency here, would be to increment y before we go to the menu option, which means moving all of these up, right? And putting a y plus equals 1 here. Or just leaving it like that. Yeah. That way you see y plus 1 menu option, y plus 1 menu option. Okay. That should clean up the warning. Yep, okay. So let's see if this works. Let's build this really quickly. And hope my computer doesn't lock up like it was last time. It still takes forever to build. Okay, and then we'll refresh, begin new game, and now we'll try the cheat menu. So here's the cheat menu. It says cheating, that's the magenta thing, and it's on top. It's on top of everything else. So that's, I think that's a good sign that something's working right. Although the map should be, I'm confused now because the tooltips are still behind. But if I pull up the map, summon item by name. Oh yeah, this is still behind the map. Okay, we have to figure this one out. Long sword +3. Unidentified longsword D. Okay, so that still all works. It's just that it shows up behind. So we'll have to figure that out. And I guess I'll have to manually convert over this guy here to the batch mode. Right? How hard would this be? Let's try converting this over to the batch mode so that gives us a better understanding of how that works. So first we're going to grab a batch like that, and then instead of draw box, we're going to say menu box. That. Pass in DrawBatch. Oops. XY. And we don't put in a width for some reason. I mean, we don't put in a... Yeah, this is the... count plus 3 is going to be the height of the box. And I just have 4 for the height. How does it know? And then this is just a summon item, like this. And then the text is just going to be print color. DrawBatch, print color. And what does print color take? It takes a point, new, right? Like that. It takes the text to print, and then the color pair, which is just going to be white on black. Right? Like that. And then we actually have to figure out the blink thing. So we do that here, DrawBatch, print color, point new, oops. A space, and then the color pair is inverted. Like that. And then we have to actually do the draw. So we say DrawBatch, submit 6,000, I guess, and then expect unable to draw editor menu. Okay, does that work? Nope. What did I do wrong? Oh, color pair new. Two warnings. Oh, we're not using yellow. Okay, so that should take care of that. And now let's build this and see if the cheat menu shows up correctly. And that'll confirm that I'm understanding what's going on here. And then once we've done that cheat menu, we're going to work on this. So we have a drop item menu. For the various item menus, another helper is useful to reduce duplicated code. Item result menu. Yeah, see, so we're passing the title as a string, and then we're passing the items we want to show. So it's slightly different to what I have, but we'll get there. Begin new game. So if we go to the cheat menu, summon item. Oh, it's all set in the wrong spot. All right. What did I do wrong? Let's get diff this. So I draw box from 15 to 20, changed to a draw batch of menu box 15, 20. A 4 high, and it's still 4 high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's 5 high. Interesting. Okay, so we're 1 over the amount. This got turned into purple. That's fine. And then so we're starting the box at 15, and then we print color it. Draw box 15 to 20, and then 15, 20, and then 31 is the width, and then 4 is the height. So it's 15 to 19, and then line 18 is where we were putting, sorry, 22. Sorry, okay, yes. 15 to 31, and 20 to 24. So at 22, we were putting the text. So this is 22. So this is going 20 with a height of 4. Which is shifted up. Maybe it's including this. It shouldn't. If I move around, it shouldn't matter. Oh, I can't escape the room here. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So see how it's here's the level of the cheating, and then I hit summon, and it goes up by 2. So I think we want to change this to 22. I don't know why it's shifted like that. Because now it looks like we're starting. Oh, okay. Maybe this is saying where the upper left of this thing is. Okay. See, this is what I didn't understand, and now I understand it. Okay. Let me build this in the background while we look at the other things. So if I say build. Okay, so let's take a look at this while that's building. So in GUI menus, let's commit these changes here. Git add source, git commit refactor the cheat menu. And that way I can just say menus like this. And now we're going to create this item result menu, which is going to use all the DrawBatch stuff to get the stuff done. Yes, that's done. Okay, let's do a refresh here. Begin new game, cheat menu, summon. Okay, so now it's in the right spot. Long sword +3. We got it there. Hit D. We got longsword +3. Perfect. Okay, so that still works. So now we're going to add this new function here, pubfun item result menu. It's going to take an S of toString. DrawBatch. Title, which is type S. Account of view size. Items, which is an array of a slice, entity, string tuples, and then a key, which is going to be an option, virtual key code. Okay. And then that's going to return item menu result or option entity tuple. Why are we passing in the count? Don't we have the items length here? Can that differ? As I32. Okay, and I'm going to say DrawBatch, DrawBox. Rect with size 15, y-2, 31, count +3 as I32. So I'm just going to look up here really quickly because menu box looks like it's the same, right? Oh, I see. The width is here. So we're using count +3 as, this should be height, right? I'm confused by this. Okay, that's the rect. I thought this would be width and then height here. So this should have been height. Did I get it wrong? No, up here. No, so they say width, but they passed it in as the height of the rect. All right, that could just be a typo on their part. All right, so we have rect with size and then color pair, new, and then we'll just grab white and black from, oh, I thought I already had them. Let's grab those guys here, and that way we can just do this, white, black. Might make sense to just create the color pairs and pass those in rather than doing them each time. DrawBatch, print color, point new, 18 y-2, title to string, color pair, new, and yellow. Okay, and then we're going to do another print color. And this is going to be 18 and y plus count plus 1. And it's also yellow and black, and it's going to be escape to cancel. Like that. And now we're going to go through the item list. We're going to create a new vector. And let Rust infer it, and then we have this J. Do we need J down here? No. So where do we use J? We use J here, so we can just say for J comma item in items enumerate. Maybe items iter enumerate menu option DrawBatch 17 Y 97 plus J as RLTK font char type, and then item.1. Item.1 is the string. All right, we look up here, we can see it's entity. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I was just trying to select some text. It's a cheat menu. Here we go. Yeah, so item.0 is entity, item.1 is a string, which presumably is the name of the item. And then set items, item list, push item.0. And then y plus equals 1, and j automatically gets incremented. Okay, and then we're going to match key. Where's key come from? Oh, key gets passed in, right? Yep. And it could be a none. Okay, so if it's none, we return item menu result, no response, none. If it's some key, I'm going to say match key, control key code escape, return item menu result cancel, and none. Otherwise, if it's anything else, we're assuming it's a key, let selection is RLTK letter to option key. Selection is greater than -1, and selection is less than count as I32. Return item menu result selected some item list selection as usize. Semicolon. Otherwise, we're going to say item menu result, no response, none. There we go. So that's the whole item result menu. This is basically a generic version of our other menus that return an item menu result. Okay, let's see if it builds. We don't have item menu results, so we're going to have to use that. Use create, maybe? Was that up there already and I just missed it? Nope. We still have issues. Entity is missing. Item menu result has a typo, and entity is missing. So we can just add that here. Iter? Enumerate? There we go. Okay. The other thing I was thinking about was, why do we have this count here if we have the items? We should be able to get Rust slice length. There should be a way to get the length of a slice, right? Can you just call .len on it? Yeah, slice.len. That's what I thought. So why do we have count being passed in if we can just set it right there? I'm going to try it without it and see what blows up. Let count equals items.len. There. And now we just have DrawBatch, title, items, and key. Perfect. Right, so it's a generic version of our other menus. We can use it to significantly simplify drop item menu. Okay, let's try that. Drop. Well, I thought we had a drop item. Oh, we don't. We just have the inventory menu, which has drop item menu. So now we're going to significantly expand our drop item menu. All right. Source. Oh, we're going to create a new file. Source tutorial GUI drop item menu. And we're going to move this out of here. It still returns all of those things, but now we're going to say use rl tk prelude star. Get item display name, item menu result, and item result menu. Okay, so all of those, and now we have pubfun drop item menu, and instead of this line here, which is what we had, we're going to say let mod DrawBatch and we can just grab these lines here, backpack and entities. All right. Those here, and instead of T, we're going to say in backpack. We're going to hard code that. Then items, going to create. I'm looking to see what we can copy. I haven't let mud equipable, so let's just change it to items here. And then we have this entities backpack join. The item owner is the player entity, then we push it, right? Items push. Huh. I have this join followed by a filter. Where does that? I'm looking at here. I don't see that here. So, I mean, we have something similar, but all this does is get the inventory directly instead of having to go through this. Item 1 owner, and I have owned by to make it generic. Okay, so we'll do it their way. And we might have to throw away the owned by stuff that we did. Entities, backpack. Dot join filter item.1.owner is player entity. For each item, items push item.0 get item display name. Like that. And that's pushing all these things here. If we, instead of doing it this way, oops. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Let's keep going. Let result is item result menu. DrawBatch. Drop which item. Items len. Oh, we don't have to pass in items len because we have it. Items and ctx key. And that's it, and then DrawBatch submit 6,000, and then return result. Oh, and we need to expect, right? Expect unable to draw drop item menu. Let's caps those. All right. And then we need to go into the GUI code to actually use this. Okay, so right, GUI's mod.rs needs to use it. Mod drop item menu pub use like that. We have entities right here. Oh, I spelled it wrong. DrawBatch dot submit and items. Mismatch types. Expected slice found vec. Can't you convert that like that? No. Expected struct entity found tuple. Yeah, that's what's. Oh, because I put that here. I shouldn't have put that there. And now items. Expected reference. See, I thought. Oh, maybe because the other one was messed up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's a little different. Let's see if this works. We'll build it really quickly here. And do a quick refresh as soon as this is done. All right. Let's put quotes around these quips. All right, refresh, and now I want to be able to say D for drop, and it says drop which item, so it's working. If I drop a dried sausage, you pick up the dried sausage. Okay, so that's working. That's good. So let's commit these changes. Check in with Clippy first. And then we'll do the same thing with the remove item menu and the inventory menu. Git status, git add source, git commit, refactor, drop, item menu. And then remove item menu. We're going to have to create that from whole cloth. Let's see. GUI. There it is. So first thing we need to do is go into the GUI /mod, mod, remove item menu, abuse, like that. And then we're going to go into, we're going to create a new file, tutorial GUI item menu.rs. And it should be this, right? Except with remove which item. Got this. We're going to change this to remove. We're going to blow this line away. And that line, we still have the DrawBatch, player entity, the backpack changes to equipped. So we're going to change this to equipped. Even though it's not changed here, it still says backpack. And then we'll change this to equipped. And then change the D here to remove. And change the error message as well, in case that ever... Oh. Gotta fix the typo, and I think everything else is exactly the same. Everything else looks exactly the same. Okay, good. So that's that one. Let's see if this checks. Nope. Oh, right. In backpack changes to equipped up here too. And then we're going to do the same thing for the inventory, which does use the in backpack. What's the warning? Oh, yeah, I'm no longer using equipped in there. Okay. So let's pull this up because that's the next one to go. We don't need equipped. Here's item menu result. Should this go in the GUI's mod? I think so. Let's put it in the GUI's mod. There we go. I didn't know you could do that, and I just found that out with the search file thing. Okay, so this is this. So this should still check. right? 37. Oh. $41. Oh, okay. Why is this not finding the GUI mod? Oh, I put it in the wrong file. I put it in here instead of... There we go. Put it there. Okay. Cargo check. Yes, okay, so now inventory system. Oh, we want to say GUI in there. All right, so now we have show inventory, and that's just going to be basically, we blow this whole thing away. Boom. And we read in source tutorial GUI drop. And instead of that, we say inventory, oh, show inventory. And then I guess it's not a question, and then inventory. All right, so let's just double check. We have the DrawBatch, player entity, backpack entities. We loop over everything. We filter for the player owner. We push the item with the item display name. We get the results. We DrawBatch submit and the results. Yeah, okay, so that's all there. All right, so this should compile. And then we're going to modify the identify menu. Okay. And then in here, we should be able to see, ooh, that's wrong. You dropped the brace, dried sausage. Okay, let's fix that while we're here. Come on. There it is. There we go. Oops, that's okay. Drop system. Git add this. Oh, git diff. I think that's the only change I made, right? Yep, git add this, git commit, fix typo. All right, so then let's refresh here and we should be able to use the inventory. It still shows up correctly. Escape, we drop item menu we already had, and equip, or remove, sorry, remove which item. And that should still work. We now have it in our inventory. I hit C and it puts it back on again. Okay, so that all works. Status, git add source, git commit, refactor inventory, and remove item menus. Good. All right, so now the identify menu. The helper is somewhat useful in shortening identify menu also, but the complex filter is still rather long. Replace the file contents with the following. We don't have an identify menu GUI file. We have range target and a vendor menu. Did I forget to do identify? Source tutorial GUI. No, I have identify menu right there. Oh, it's right there. How did I miss it the last time? I must have typoed it. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is get the batch. Let mut DrawBatch equals DrawBatch new. All right, that should still work, although it should complain that we're not using DrawBatch. And then each one of these things, so this is still the same. Player entity equipped the backpack entities, item components, which is this items line here. I don't know why they changed the name. Then the names. DM is the dungeon map, and obfuscated is this, and then we have the colors. So let's put the colors up there just to keep them separate. Let build obfuscated iterator. So when did we do this? Entities joined. So this is all the same. This is all what we're doing as before. So nothing's really changed. The part that's changed is this. Right? So after we've got the obfuscated iterator, oh, right, we're going to have to create a... We have to push it into the vector of items the right way to map to the item result menu. So if we return this, where do we use this? We return the count. Oh, interesting. This is just returning true or false on the filter of entities and items. Right, so entity and item is here. So we have to change it now to do, oh, we're adding this for each. That's what we're doing. Okay. Got it. Now I get what's going on here. So after this, after the filter, we're going to say dot for each item. Right? I'm just looking to see, make sure that, because we get entities and items here, we join them, and we filter on the two things, and that returns true or false whether or not to keep it. And then once we keep it, we say items.push, because we have this items. Oh, I see. That's why item components. So we can do that here too. And that way we have this items thing. Let items, mut items is equal to back new. We'll push it here with the item 0. Get item display name item.0. And then we have this and this. Right? That's the for each, and this is the for each, and then we're done. And this all gets shifted over. Right? Like that. And we have a blank line. The count is we don't care about, and then we can just say let result is item result menu DrawBatch inventory items like that, a CTX key and a semicolon. I'll let Rust format that for me. DrawBatch submit 5,000. Oh, 6,000. Expect unable to draw identify inventory menu. And then results. Okay, and then this all goes. It's still kind of long, but let's see if it builds. 4 warnings. We're not using white, yellow, or black. We're not using any of the colors, because it's all done now in this item result menu. Okay, so right, so we'd have to pull up and identify scroll. Let's see if we can get that to work. Let's build it, and I think it's just identify scroll, right? Yep, just identify scroll. So we can summon one of those and summon an unidentified item, and then identify it. That should be straightforward. And so if I do this, and I summon a long sword +3, and I summon an identify scroll. We have a scroll of a pony, that's fine. I hit Shift 3. We do have this inventory line here with an unidentified longsword. If I hit A, it doesn't say anything, but now it's identified as longsword +3. We've lost the colors, right? Everything's yellow now instead of having the rare and the common and the... So we've lost the magical coloring. Maybe we'll get to that. Maybe we'll fix that. Okay. Update, identify, menu to use batch mode. Okay. Remove curse menu is very similar to the identification menu, so the same principles apply. Means we don't need those. Player entity. Oh, interesting. Oh, we do have equipped and backpack, just flipped around. Okay. Entities, item components. Which means we change this guy here. We have cursed, we have names, and we have DM, and now let mod draw batch. And instead of doing this build cursed iterator, we delete that and we just say let mod items as back new. And down here, we just say for each item. Close the for each, and then we're done with that, and we don't need this anymore, and we just say let result is item, result menu, draw batch, inventory, items and CTX key, draw batch, submit, 6000 expect, unable to draw, remove curse menu, and then result. Oh, I messed something up. What did I mess up? That's the for each. This block is empty. You might not have meant to close it. And that's an unclosed delimiter. Did I do too many braces here? No, that's on the for each. This is on the filter. Right? Yep. That's the push. That's the tuple. And that's a call to get item display name. Alright, so I missed something here. We have a join, we have a filter. This looks right, this looks right, this looks right. This looks right. That's the filter, and that's that. So we have an unexpected closing delimiter close paren on line 40. And we have an unexpected or mismatched closing. Oh, this guy here. This needs an open. There we go. And it doesn't need it after all because it all fits on one line. Okay. So that's the remove curse menu. And then the game over menu has to change. So game over. We have that and we have that. Let's start off with let mod draw batch. Batch new. And then just draw batch, print color centered. This is a little grunt worky. So we do that. DrawBatch. Like that. Oh, there we go. And then DrawBatch. Like that. I think they're all exactly the same, right? Color pair new. Like that. And then here. Put that there, put that there, and then we have to submit. DrawBatch, submit 6,000, expect unable to draw, game over, menu. Okay. And then range targeting menu. That's what's next. See if this checks. It does not. What did I typo? DrawBatch with a G. There we go. GUI range targeting is another simple conversion. This looks super simple. Okay, ranged. Oops. Ranged target menu. There we go. We have RLTK prelude. Use specs prelude. We need crepe, the camera, state, view shed, and then super item menu results. So this has GS state, CTX, RLTK, and then the range. So that hasn't changed, right? MinX, MaxX, view sheds, and then we have DrawBatch here. Print color changes to this. Point new. Color pair new. Select target. Okay, and then highlight available target cells. Here we go. So that's what changed. Oh, it just has a set background, just like that. DrawBatch, set background. Point new. Change it to blue. Everything else stays the same. Oh, this is checking to make sure the point is on the screen. Okay, that was missing. Oops, min x minus 1. And screen y is greater than 1, and screen y is less than max y minus min y. Minus 1 is y guess. Yep. Then we're going to do this. And that draws the batch, and then draw mouse cursor. We have CTX mouse pause, that doesn't change. Yeah, and I shifted these -1s off because it was pointing in the wrong spot. I remember doing that a while ago. There's valid target. That doesn't change. Here's DrawBatch. Valid target, set background. Okay. And this is just point new. Right? And then if the context is left click, do that. Otherwise, DrawBatch, set background, point new. Oops. And that's that. We got to submit the DrawBatch. This is 5,000. Expect unable to draw mouse cursor. Okay. That's that. And of course I messed something up. Ranged target. Oh, yeah, because it doesn't exist yet. Okay, so what's this problem here? Point is typoed. Max X. Not found in the scope. Oh, that's true. I commented them out because we weren't using them. Max Y. And Max X. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see if this worked. We should be able to pull up a range targeting thing. Scroll of confusion, maybe? That would give us a range thing. That would give us that to look at. It'd be nice to fix this. Oh, and then the tooltips are still behind the map. We haven't converted the map over yet. All right, so we're going to summon a confusion scroll. Come on. Refresh, begin new game, summon confusion scroll. And then let's go to the next level here so we can find something to confuse. There we go. Shift 3. All right, so now we can see the cursor is red behind us and it's cyan now when we're in range. We can click on this guy. And we can't see that he's confused because we don't see the... But if I hit space, it should confuse him, right? Yep, he's got a little question mark on him for 3 turns, and then he attacks. Okay, so that's working. That was the range targeting menu. Oh, I should have added these. Convert curse. Convert game over, and it's just that one. Get commit, convert ranged targeting. Okay, and then main menu. It's another simple conversion. Definitely looks simple. It is in main menu. Okay, so we'll start off with the DrawBatch. Save exists and run state. We'll put up in here as well. I think I did this just to make the code a little cleaner. So let's keep those there. And we have assets. Render XP sprite. That's still under CTX. There's no DrawBatch for that. Why? Okay. Draw double box. Rect with size. And then color pair, new. Like that. So that's that one. And then we'll do these guys as well. Print color centered on this. Color pair new. Okay. That's going to be cyan. Flip that around and then DrawBatch. new, flip those around, and then we have the same thing here. So now all these print color centers. Wouldn't it be nice if we just set the color in here instead of having to do double work? Like this. Draw, batch, print color centered, Y, comma, color pair, new of, if selection is new game, RGB named magenta. Otherwise, thank you, Mutlak777. Thank you for the follow. RGB named black. Oh, well, white. Like that. That's for the first one. And then we have RGB named black. And that's for the color pair. And then begin new game. Oh, except begin new game comes next. Thank you, there we go, and then we're done. So that's, and then y plus equals 1. So that should be that one, right? That looks, I don't know, is that easier to read than this? Probably not. All right, let me try it the other way with this guy here. So draw batch, and this would be draw batch here. This is color pair new, and we're gonna have to flip these around like this, and then change this to white here. Okay, so these are the two options. We either do it this way with a single draw batch, or we do it this way with multiple draws batch. I have a better idea. So let highlight is equal to this, right? And let normal is equal to this. Oops. And then we can say here, if selection is new game, highlight, otherwise normal. Oh, what did I break? I broke something. Begin new game, and then this, and then, oh, we don't need the closing of the color pair, that's why. Yeah, okay, so we're going to do it that way. So now it's going to be draw batch, print color centered, Y, load game, and then if selection is load game, then we're going to return highlight, else normal. Right? And it gets rid of all of this. It still spreads it out a bit, but I think that's cleaner. And then we'll do the same thing here. So this goes like this. Draw a batch. Quit, comma, selection is quit, highlight, otherwise normal, and then close that. Huh, so it formatted this all onto one line, but it didn't format this all onto one line. Why? Can I do this? No, it reformats it. Okay. I wonder what the difference is. And I mean, this one is just ever so slightly longer. It's longer by 3 characters, but it reformats it long. Whereas this one gets nice and short. Oh well, we'll live. And then we have to DrawBatch submit. 6,000. Expect unable to draw main menu, like that, and everything else is the same. Everything else is exactly the same. So let's see if this checks. It does. Okay. Vendor menus. So let's check this in. Actually, let's test this real quick. It's very easy to test the main menu because it shows up right here. So as soon as this builds, let's see if we have it. So we have a yellow, a cyan, a gray, a purple, and we can select between these two. And of course, I'm scrolling up and down because this stupid thing is too big. Okay. So I'm doing that, right? Highlight, begin new game, or highlighting quit. So if I hit refresh, all right, it looks exactly the same and still highlighting things correctly. Let me try running it here because that has 3 options because we have a save game, so it'll have a load game option as well. And we can make sure that that part is working. There we go. Oh, we don't have the load game thing here. I wonder why. If I hit escape now, it should save the game. There it is. Okay, so we're able to do that, and we're able to load the game. Yep. Okay, good. Let's see. Let's put in a few things here. Let's hit escape to write out the game. It always spins when I do that. And if I hit load game, it should load the game, and we still see the game log. Okay, so that's all working. What am I saying? Convert main menu. All right, and now we do the vendor menu. Vendor menu system takes a little more work, but not much. Our helpers aren't that useful here. Oh, great. Why not? Oh, because we have a vendor sell menu and a vendor buy menu. We can try it here. Let mut draw batch. New. So this is the vendor sell menu. We have the player entity, the backpack. We have names. Which we didn't need before for some reason. Why didn't we need the names of the items? Oh, because we call get display name here. Which needs the name. But now we need the names here because we have to add them to something. Well, let's take a look. So, names. Name. Let's just put it in the same order here. Entities, player entity names, backpack, items, and entities. Okay, good. We have the inventory. We get that same way. That hasn't changed. We have the count there. We do have the Y value here, and then we say menu box. 15Y and count +3 as I32, comma. Put those in there. Yep. And then, so this goes away. Print color goes away. We still need escape to cancel. That's a shame. That's a shame. It'd be nice if we could do that as part of the menu box to say whether or not to put an escape to cancel on there. All right, and then we have equipables, vec new. We have entities, backpack and items, entity pack and items. So that's all the same. We're going to change this up. I'm going to say DrawBatch. I'm going to set this point with this color pair. And then we have to CP437 of the open brace. So that, let's just double check that that looks good. We do have an error on name. Let's grab name. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing. How come we don't use the same menu kind of code as before? Okay. DrawBatch set point new color pair new, and that's that. Okay, so those are those three, and then we're going to grab the, this is where we get the item display name. It's right here. DrawBatch, print color. Still doing a point new on these two guys. We get the get item display name, and here's where we get item color. Okay, so this is where we actually show the color. This is what we should be using on the inventory menu, is this get item color, and we're not using that. Maybe I made a mistake when I converted it. But we say color pair new get item color and black, like that. Well, for some reason we have this. I don't know why. Why are we doing this instead of just using black? Okay, and then we just do DrawBatch print point new, like that. We have the format and we have the thing. I guess that just works in the equipable push entity y plus equals 1. And then here, DrawBatch submit 6,000 expect unable to draw vendor cell menu. And we do the same thing for the vendor vi menu. Alrighty, like this. Let not DrawBatch. And it's a shame that we can't use similar, we can't just simplify the code, right? I mean, this is almost exactly the same. The only difference is what we pass into this. So you'd think, okay, well, let's make a vendor menu and then just, all right, I'm not going to get into it too much here. We have the inventory, we have the count. We have a mutable Y, and then we draw the menu box. And then by which items. Like that. Oh, and we still need the escape to cancel. And color pair new. Escape to cancel. I guess we can spell it out. And then we still have this, and this is DrawBatch set. Point new. Point new. Point new. Color pair new. Okay, so that converts this over. And then these need to be converted to DrawBatch prints. with a point. Oh, you can, trying to save time and I wasted time. Point new. And that's in that, and that's to that. Okay, and let's add a blank line, and then draw batch submit 6000. Expect unable to draw vendor by name. Like that. Everything else is the same. Okay. Oh, and now we can finally get to tooltips. Okay, good. What did I mess up? Do those have to be flipped? Yeah, okay. All right, what's the warning? There's one warning. We're not using names. Okay. So we didn't need that after all. Oh, right. If we're not using names, we don't need to import it. Okay, and then let's commit these changes and then update tooltips. Git add source, git commit. Convert vendor buy and sell menus. So tooltips. So what are we doing? We have the struct tooltip. We have a new add width, height, render. Render would be the only thing. Yeah, it's got a DrawBatch. Okay, so we're going to add to render instead of CTX. Right, we're going to change this to be DrawBatch, not DrawBatch. And then I guess whoever calls it, it has to do the submit. All right, so then CTX changes to DrawBatch, DrawBox, rect with size, like that. Color pair, new, like that, and then we enumerate over the items to put, and this also goes DrawBatch. We hit F1 by accident, and then we go point new for these guys, and then color pair new for these guys. And then we have this string that we're formatting. Okay. And then that's that one. That's under render. And then draw tooltips gets called here. So let mut draw batch. And are we going to need max X and max Y again? Maybe? I don't know. No, this is still commented out. Okay, so I'll leave them commented out. Okay, map, hidden attributes pools, mouse pauses that. We check the distance there. We check to see if we're inbounds. I no longer have inbounds. For whatever reason, there's no inbounds anymore. I had to comment that out. So I'll just delete it now. Tip boxes, spatial. Oh, this right. We did the spatial conversion, and this hasn't been updated for the spatial conversion yet. That's fine. So tip add item display name. We got strong blah 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 blah. Where do we? Everything else is the same. This looks all the same here. Nothing's changed. Okay, so now we have colors, so that's important, right? That's where we're going to start getting into the renderer. Here we go. CTX set becomes DrawBatch. Set. Point new. Arrow X, arrow Y. And then we pass in for TT render here. So why don't we doing this color pair is equal to color pair new of white and this. Right, why don't we do that instead of creating it down here? Right, color pair. Oh, I forgot the render. The render thing needs the right value here. Render instead of CTX, we're going to pass in mut DrawBatch. But this is interesting. We have an error here on S. Oh, has to be flipped, right? Yeah. Okay. So now we have the tooltips. Get status. Let's build that and see if the tooltips actually. Oh, I forgot to submit. I forgot to submit down here. DrawBatch. Submit 7,000. Expect unable to draw tooltips. Okay, let's build that. One thing would be nice is if there were a way to tell during compilation whether or not we called submit, right? Because the DrawBatch, we're writing to DrawBatch a bunch of times, but we're never reading back from it until the submit. But Rust isn't able to see that. It's not, that's probably too complex. All right, so do we have tooltips that draw on top? We do. And we can see all the averages and the levels, and so that's all working again. All right, so that was a massive conversion. Git status, git add source, git commit -m convert tool tips. Done. This chapter has been a little painful, but we've gotten our rendering using the new batching system and nicely rendered larger log text. We'll build on this in future chapters when we tackle systems and concurrency. And next thing is scanning the systems. Okay, so this is what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm going to wrap up the stream here. I'm not going to dive into this just yet. Let me push these up. There's a bunch of tiny changes that we made. Where is it? Here we go. No, that's not me. This is me, right? So a bunch of changes, but they're all relatively small changes today. There is something that I would like to try to tackle, and that is the fact that we don't. Let me put in the menu. My Twitch search is broken. Twitch search -w Rust. I'm getting the status 400 on the Twitch search. Instead of seeing the Twitch results, I just do a Twitch search on its own. Oh. Yeah. So there's something broken, right? Documents dev. Where's my Twitch search? Twitch search. Do I have to just rebuild it? Cargo build. I don't know if there's something broken there, or maybe Twitch changed the Twitch API 400. Yeah, it's a bad request. Oh, that's from 2017. Let's just look for the Twitch API. Maybe what happened was V5 migration guide. Oh, that's what happened. The following guide provides information source to help migrate legacy V5 integrations to the Twitch API that use the Helix namespace. V5 was the previous version of the Twitch API and was decommissioned on February 28th, 2022. So that's probably what happened. Endpoint get cheer motes. Wonderful. I think the issue. Let's take a look at the source here. Is this maybe this doesn't work, or maybe this API. No, this says Helix, right? Helix streams. So it could be the game ID no longer is valid. Right? Because we're getting back a 400, and what line are we getting that 400 back on? Cargo, on XYZ. It's on line 150. This is line 150. This doesn't make sense. You'd think that the failure would be here. Oh, I was trying to unwrap an error. Okay, yeah. So this is saying bad request and the URL is this. But it doesn't say any more information than bad URL. And what are we trying to grab? Is the streams. So streams. Yeah, so here's streams. So I think maybe what happened is that we don't have the right game ID anymore. Maybe the game ID changed. Returns streams broadcasting a specified game ID. You can specify up to 100 IDs. But how do you look up what the IDs are? How do you see what the IDs are? Is there a way to find out? What I can do is just remove that and take a look. Oops. Right, and I can just look at all the streams and then find me. That would be a lot of streams, though. Now it's just hanging. I don't know why it's hanging. Searching for foo. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, so first 100, right? And then we would get a value saying what to return. I don't know, maybe the game ID didn't change. Maybe the problem is that and here's followed. All right, I guess I can't fix this on stream. I thought this would be a pretty easy fix. We could just print out all the streams we see and get the game IDs for them, and I could find mine, and then I could see, oh, the software development or the game development stream is what it is. Huh. Right, because the game ID would come back for me being the software development stream type. But it's not even returning anything. It's just hanging there. That's very strange. I can try, let's see, this is line 150. Yeah, stop that. Println, submitting request. Wow. And then got results. Okay, that we can at least see that part of it. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm continuing. Maybe there's. So we're continuing to get requests, submitting. Got results. So how often do we call this? What function is this? Fetch. Yeah, so we're in this loop and we're just getting lots and lots and lots of results. Too many results. And because of the way we're doing it, we're not printing the results until we found all of them. Huh. Okay. what we can do is maybe I can restrict it to my user login. There you go. And that would just see me. Right? I can add user login. Equals uncle. Oh, maybe it has to be all lowercase. I don't know how user logins work, but yeah, the user login is just the name. Oops. Helix stream. There. Okay. User login. Okay, so let me try this with just my name and see what gets returned. No. We're getting a 400. Why? How about this then? What we'll do is we'll kill the loop. We'll undo this change here. And then what we'll do is instead of looping, we'll just break right away. And Rust, I think, is going to complain about something. But we'll just print out the first 100 that we find. Yeah. All right, so this is working. It's just, okay, the formatting is terrible. But how can we, I want to print out the game ID, right? Are the query parameters wrong? Do I have to, yeah, so there you go. It says question mark, first equals, oh, ampersand. Ampersand. Oh, did I have the wrong thing in here? Yeah, okay, there you go. This should be ampersand game ID, not semicolon game ID. Let's put this back. Yep. Look at that. Okay, so these are all the streamers that are currently streaming game. Oh, toggle bits up. Okay. All right, so this fixes this problem. Let me do a -w rust. Oh. Did I forget to have exclude? All right, so at least I know what the bug is. Cat git config. Do this. We're going to rm rf Twitch search. We're going to clone this again. Now we're going to nvim source main. No, we don't have the dash. I thought I had a -w on there. Twitch search -w. Yeah. Okay, so obviously this is out of date. I thought I had mine up to date, but I don't. Okay, but I know what the bug is now. Is that this semicolon here should be an ampersand. Cargo. Yeah, but I gotta find out where I put this -w business because I know I have it somewhere. Nope, it's not there. Pretzel Rock's current track, which gets updated every time the track changes. We're currently playing that track. Maybe it's under here? No, that's Rust Roguelike tutorial. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. I know what the bug is. I can fix it offline once I find out where I put my -w code because I added -w. All right, so that's the end of this stream. Very nice. Tomorrow we're going to start working on scanning the systems. we're going to update how we handle the systems. There's some moderately advanced macros and configuration here. Feel free to use it and learn how it works later. We're 73 chapters in, so my hope is that we're ready. All right, so we will look at scanning systems tomorrow, and I will see you then. All right, take care, everyone.